Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. Now you see here, don't jump to conclusions, because I did not get the tank. I'm dragon hunting still. However, I had to take a break because my boy Brownie got something that he wasn't anticipating. He was hunting the Sentinel, the Era 2 medium tank from Cold War. And then he got his 6-pack and he's like, okay, he was telling me they, ready to open it. I'm like, great, fantastic. So he goes through it, kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. He goes, oh no, it's a slap in the face. And previously, slap in the face was some, like 250,000 silver, or emblems, or the patriotic 4-season camo skin. And I asked him if it was any of those. He goes, no. I go, well, what is it? What could be worse than that? He goes, it's the dragon tank. I'm like, score! But he didn't want that. He wanted that Sentinel. And he's like, oh, man, I guess I'm going to put some equipment in it. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But the thing was, he was missing 5 or 6 tanks from the prize package that the Valor chests, have available. Epic, prizes. It was this one, the Sentinel, the XM57, the Adler was another one. There's 1 or 2 more, I can't remember what they are. Those are ones off the top of my head. But Brownie scored this tank. He's like, okay. And he goes, well, we put a commander. He goes, I guess I'm going to go run it. I go, I'll go with you. He's like, okay. So he set up his tank and everything and got the commander from one of his other tanks, shoved it in there. And so it was like, great, let's go check it out. And I already played with my friend Wrong Way, engineering architect. I played with him when he was running his dragon tank. And we played a co-op game, and so I ran my British double barrel ultimate season pass tank, which was cool. It was a very fun match. And Wrong Way was awesome. He just annihilated. But Brownie, he went straight to multiplayer. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, I'll do it. It's no big deal, because that dude is hardcore. And I'm going to show you what I have here. So I was going through my tanks, and the first thing that came to my mind that I saw was, where is it? It's hiding here somewhere. There it is. I saw this Technodrome and I thought, this would be the way to go. And then I thought, wait a second. I remember I was talking to Wrong Way about Tier 10 French artillery. And I decided I'm going to roll Tier 10 French artillery. Maybe we'll get a good game out of it or something. And, well, we got a good game out of it. Actually got several good games, but one in particular that was really good. And that's the one I'm going to show you. Because the French artillery, I told Wrong Way, I have, where is it? Yeah, this Russian tank, this Russian tank. There's the Russian artillery. So I had this Russian Tier 10, which is good. I also have the American, which was my very first Tier 10. Not that one. This one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one, which is also good. This is it. This one's got the monster splash damage. You hit a guy with this one, he's dead. I mean, this is a great gun if you could hit people. Accuracy isn't that great, which is why it's like, you play it, you might get a good game or you might get a ratty game. I said, no, on a day in and day out basis, if I want to roll artillery, the best artillery to run is the Frenchie. Why? Number one, it has a turret. Number two, it has a 6-shot autoloader. That's it right there. So no matter where you're pointed with your gun, you don't have to realign your wheels to make sure you're straight. None of that garbage. The turret gives you 360 defense. I'm like, that's the way to go. Day in and day out. Game after game after game, I think the results of the Frenchie are going to be better than the game after game after game of either the American or the Russian. Now, you can get some higher ends on the American or Russian because they have got more power. But the defensive ability of a 6-shot autoloader is nothing to sneeze at. So that's what I decided to roll with. And let me show you. You'll see here in this log that we played 4 matches. All of those were good games for your boy Brownie and your other boy Duke, which is me. We were good in every game. Our teammates, not so much. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. But we had some great matches. The first match was great. We barely lost it because we had guys that really weren't coordinated. These guys don't use headsets, and it hurts you bad. So let me show you what we did here. We'll look at the scoreboard. Scoreboard myself here. Scoreboard Brownie. All right. So 6 for me, 4 for him. Good result. Great Wall. We had a good match here. Again, where in the heck am I at? There we go. So, real solid result. 9th for myself. Brownie, 3rd place. Absolutely terrific job. Muravanka. Another really good match. And this is the one I'm going to show you. But you'll see here, 4 for myself. Brownie number 5. The two of us were, I guess we were the best combined in that match. This one, we had another, decent match, but it could have been better. Our team could have won. They just weren't up to the task. Too many guys that did nothing allowed me to get rolled up on. And since these are the worst guns in video game history, they miss shots that I just don't miss. I don't miss those shots. Their guns missed it. That's all I can say. I still got 1 kill, but I had numerous shots that were great shots that their trash missed. And that's what you have to do. When you're a terrible company like this company, and it is terrible, their guns have 12th century accuracy, and that's the reality. So if someone tells you anything different, there's a special 5-letter word you can use for them, and it's spelled S-H-I-L-L, shill. The shills will tell you these guns aren't trash. These guns are trash. So I'm going to show you our best game, and it was really a good match. And man, Brownie was in a great position for some of it as well. So let's go check out Muravanka. Welcome to Muravanka. All right, let's see if I can find Brownie. There we go. 1 killer golden dragon. Now, one of the things that makes this so awesome, that dragon barrel, every time it fires, it shoots flames out of the mouth. It's just super fantastic. Brownie himself was a tremendous medium and heavy tank player, so it was good. He's up here. Now I'm behind him. You know, he's here on the right side. As you can see, I'm back there in the corner. My main goal is to obviously drill the enemy guy's fantastic shot. And Brownie, he's tip of the spear essentially. And there's a bunch of guys there in front of him. So what you're going to see is a lot of rounds that I fire that are going to land in front of him. All those guys. In fact, you saw that shot on the left right there. My shots will be coming in from the top and going down. There's another one. Enemy artillery. You know, we discussed these matches after the fact, and you know, they were all, you know, good matches that our team may have been able to do better, but this team played quite well. Brownie got tracked, and I'm like, dude, I'm doing everything I can to shoot those guys in front of him, and I was telling him which guy I was targeting, etc. So he knew every shot I was firing and who I was shooting it at, because I was doing everything I could to distract any guy in front of him from being able to hit him while he was tracked. And you'll see there's enemy artillery. That was a great shot. I'm probably on a reload. There's one of my shots right there. Now the only problem with this game is you could not see it from my perspective, and I had a great view. That was another great shot right there. Thanks for pulling forward, Brownie. Everybody got to see how good that one was. Oh yeah, I told him I'm hammering this guy. Nice. Again, I was just pounding everything I could on that guy who was closest to Brownie to give him the shot he needed. Another hit. That guy was not feeling good, I can tell you that. Oh yeah, baby, 25 left. I remember that. Yes, I'm on a reload, as you can tell. It's like 25 or 26 seconds in between, you know, my last shot and then my next shot of the next magazine. Oh yeah, baby. I mean, look at Brownie. He's hanging in there with just a sliver of life. Oh, and he finally got hammered. Now, where's the rest of the team? That was me killing one of the artilleries. That was the Frenchie. I killed the tier 10 artillery. Which one is this? Or did I get those at the tier 8 that I killed? No, it was a tier 10. This is a tier 9 artillery. Yeah, this guy's going to get it too. In fact, let's look at it from this perspective. Boom! Ooh, how's it feel? Got him. Alright. Now we're going to get flanked up here at Alpha 7. I had moved forward to, you know, get up there and help those guys. There we go. Where am I looking? Okay, I'm looking over there to the left. I'm sorry, I hadn't moved up yet. Now I'm doing the moving up. Because we're looking for those final two guys, and that guy's correct. They were over there. Dude, I got hammered. Yeah, no problem. They actually show up at Alpha 7. But I wanted to make sure that I was closer to my boys in case I get flanked. There you go. Now, they've already showed up in the game, but for some reason, you can't see them. But I put that alert out there myself so that my guys, there we go. There's our friendly artillery. Shots are coming in, baby. Tag. Boom. Fantastic stuff. Brownie was like, man, you might be MVP. And then this guy shows up. Well, I guess I see why I'm not MVP, because he got 6,700. 3 kills. I mean, that guy was awesome. But I'm like, well, why am I not number 2 or number 3? I did better than both of those guys. Oh, well. Terrific. I have received a Valor token. Fantastic. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll just clip it out. Doesn't matter. Really? Anyway. Okay, let's get on this and this. Here we are at the end of game screen. And this is where we're going to look and see what happened there. But, you know, as Brownie had said, he thought I was possibly MVP. And part of that was because of the game situation with defending Brownie from the advance of those guys, etc. I did more than my numbers would say. I mean, my numbers were good. 2 kills, 4,000 damage, 1,300 assist. I'm not complaining about anything of that. But one of the things that when the MVPs are on this game, it's that it's just the numbers. So on the numbers alone, no, I'm not MVP. But whenever you watch an actual game, you can watch and see, well, this guy did things that don't show up in the stats, okay? And that's what I did. I did help him a lot, you know, the best that I could, keep him alive as long as possible, because Brownie is a tremendous difference maker player. And he did a great job. He hung in there so long when he was down to a sliver and just a one-shot kill. So, I mean, that's kind of what he was getting at. But the thing I want you to check out is something I didn't even notice until later after we got back in the garage. And that was, I picked up a second one of these counter battery fire medals. And that is for killing all enemy artilleries with artillery. Now you have to have 2 or more. And, you know, there's another medal you get for killing 3 artilleries in a game, which I have. I only have one of those. And the counter battery fire, we hadn't discussed that. We were looking at these medals earlier today. And the thing is, what makes this medal so difficult to get is that for years, every match was reduced to a 1 artillery match, and then they brought it back relatively recently. So there's three eras of artillery. There's the early era where there was up to 3 artilleries in a match on each side of the match. Then there was the middle era where it was 1 artillery limit, and then now there's the third era, which allows you 2 or more. Okay, so I got my other counter battery fire artillery medal in the what you would call the first era of artillery. Second era, no one got them. Okay, so that's why the numbers are so depressed. And then I was shocked. I'm like, I got that, and I'm like, wow. I had no idea that this is only the second one of those that I got. It's super difficult to get. And I told Brownie, I didn't even realize that that's what I had done, that I had only killed artillery. I killed what I killed because I took the best shots to eliminate guys if they were killable. But in the early part of the game, I was focusing on Brownie's, area, because he was the tip of the spear on that attacking, part of the map. So we did great there. I concentrated my fire to help him and anybody in his area. Primarily it was Brownie, but, as things went, I hammered the different guys and killed the 2 artilleries because they were shots of opportunity. And one of the things about the 6-shot autoloader is that you have the opportunity to make shots if they present themselves. They presented themselves, and I took those opportunities. So that's how I got those 2 kills. I wasn't really focusing on artillery per se in that match, but those came up, and they're like, oh, man, this is a great opportunity shot. Luckily, I was able to cash those in. So let's see. This will show which dudes I actually shot. So there was the Progetto, hit him. And I only killed 2 guys, so those the 2 artillery is what I killed. Oh, it was a tier 10 American artillery. I got him. That was a lucky shot. Shot of opportunity, really. What was this other guy? E75. Okay, I hit him. Yeah, that was the guy that was fighting Brownie early, and I pounded on him to the best of my ability. Got 3 hits on him. He ended up dying, which is, fine. That's my job, is to hit guys and set them up for my dudes to kill them. If I kill them, bonus. But I will drill a guy, and if you steal the kill because I'm in artillery, I don't care. He's dead. My job is to make sure guys are dead. Right? And then the E4, I put 1 shot on him, which was good. Tortoise, hit him once. These are opportunity shots, hit the Tortoise, hit the E4, etc. What is this? The E100. Yeah, I drilled this guy too. 4 hits. So he took a hammering. Splash damage only on the T58. And that was the tier 9 artillery. 1 shot, got the final shot on him. So really, really good. Like I said, it was shots of opportunity. It wasn't Brownie's best game by scoring numbers. But, again, he engaged the group, stopped them from proceeding with my help and the help of the other guys. He did a tremendous job. Again, the job that Brownie did was not represented in the numbers. He basically was the doorstop and stopped those guys, and he let me have shot after shot after shot. It was all those guys up there did a great job. And then, the fact that I wasn't flanked is what hurt them bad, because I always tell people, when you have top flight artillery, if that guy doesn't get flanked, you're going to have problems, because the artillery guy, if he's any good, is going to lay down damage and lay down more damage, and that's exactly what I did. So really a great job and an awesome game that we had, but it was really a game of opportunities. I had opportunities, and I was lucky to cash those opportunities by the way things went, and shot selection was good. So that was fantastic. So it was really great. I know Brownie was slightly disappointed at the beginning. After we played some of those games, he was like, "Man, this tank is pretty awesome." And I said, "Yeah, I mean that's what I'm telling you is that that tank is really good, and you can't buy it. It's not in the store. But even if it was in the store, it's got a 22,000 gold price. So even if it was for sale, you wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it. But I'll take the shot and trying to luck out in a chest. I haven't gotten it. I don't know if I will get it or not. I'm giving it my best opportunity. I can't complain, although Brownie is the 5th one of my friends. These are all dudes I have talked to on this headset. I got 5 guys that I talked to that have gotten that Golden Dragon tank, and they're all jerks. No, I'm just kidding. It was kind of funny. And those guys they just got so lucky. I'm like, man, I got to do this. But I'm not complaining. And you know why? This game was a classic example. Yeah, you got a Golden Dragon. You need help. I'm your man, and I'll bring artillery, and we'll do what we can. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm crossing my fingers because after this video, I'm going to go back to dragon hunting. I wanted to make this video while it was still fresh and everything, so I could get it out there. And I'm going to publish this today. So this is you'll see this on Sunday, and that's I guess it. So, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell your friends if they're interested in the dragon, what have you, or why they might be interested. You know the deal. So I hope to see you guys later in a future video. Hopefully it'll be a dragon video. But whenever I get my next epic tank, I will make a video of that. Because it's either going to be high up dragon or low ball Adler. So look forward to seeing you then. I guess that's it, and I will see you later. Please make sure you like and subscribe.